Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday. My Sunday's been kind of busy, and then I got super tired and had to take like a little nap. And but we're here. I thought I would be on a little bit earlier, but I did take a nap for about 45 minutes, and then that was enough time to get me back rejuvenated. And then I just came in. I've been working on some things. I test stitched this out. I don't know if y'all saw my little reel making it, but test stitched this out. I've been working on some more gradient and more gradient fills. So yeah, and then I test stitched this out. And usually when I test stitch, I usually put it on a shirt because it's something that I'm gonna like. I could actually wear it because it's relevant to my life, but I'm not a baseball mom, so I just went ahead and put this on or test stitched it onto this cutaway stabilizer. I got y'all. We're not gonna be on here long because I got a lot of stuff that I need to do before tomorrow. I got packages to send out. I have a shirt that I need to make. But hey, y'all, what y'all got going on today? How are you guys doing today? Are you guys less stressed? Like not as stressed as me? I hope. I hope you're not. Hey, Miss Linda Gray. Happy Sunday. Hey, Dempsey Boo. Hey, girl. Hey, Miss Geneva Coleman. Hey, Stacy A. Bear. Hey, Boyd Apparel. Mrs. JB. Yes. One of one, girl. One of one. But yeah, y'all, that's what I kind of got going on. Y'all, I finished my pillows. I did put a picture up. I was going to put a picture up inside of on YouTube, but y'all got to see these pillows. So Tay has already claimed one, so I'm probably just going to send it to her. And of course, like I knew, she claimed this one. This is her favorite. So I'm actually going to send it to her. But I finished it off earlier today. And then this is how I did my back. So I didn't make it the book because I was going to do a book sleeve. And the only thing I didn't fold this over or stitch this down, but it's fine. I was going to do a book sleeve with the zippers. And then I was just like, you know what? I couldn't find like a zipper color that I wanted to use. I could have went with white, but I didn't really want to use white with it. So I just went ahead and did the fold over. So that's what my fold over looks like. But it's enough to cover it, but I love it. Look at, I think this fabric went perfectly. This is minky fabric. It's not too minky, just a little bit minky. But it went perfect with the Hello Kitty print. Super cute, right? Now I did mess this up. I know you guys probably couldn't see yesterday, but if you look here where I have the Hello Kitty stitch, so I did embroider this here on that one, and I floated the piece of fabric, and I thought it was good because it kind of stitched, but it still ended up pulling. So you'll see right here where it kind of pulled. So that did make it like a little bit like I was trying to stretch it as much as possible, but it didn't. So I did end up putting my pillow's a little bit big, but I ended up putting like one this morning. I went ahead and just put like a solid strip down here at the bottom just to make sure I had enough room. And I think I would have had enough room, but I just wanted to be sure because y'all know. And I really didn't listen to Marilyn too well. Well, I did listen to her, and I thought like I did something wrong, and so I made these pieces a little bit larger, and that kind of threw me off a little bit too. But yeah, hey Barb, Shavana girl, hey, what's up, girl? Where you been? Hey Miss Sonia, thank you. Hey D Smith, hey Valerie Evans, hey Up Designs. What y'all got going on today? Do y'all have anything going on? So y'all, this is my favorite. So I'm gonna put this in the mail to Taylor, and I'm probably just going to like put some extra, give her some extra little things that go along with it, so that she can have it in her apartment. But that's what I'm gonna send to her. I showed her this morning, and she was like, "Oh, is that for me?" And I'm like, "Girl, no, it's for me, but I'll share it with you. I'll give it to you." So I'm gonna do something cute. I don't know what. But y'all, this is my thing. Oh, I was honestly show you guys the back of this last. So this is how I did the back of my mini pillow. So this is also Minky fabric, but I put like two pieces of Minky fabric. This one I paid a little more attention to this morning. Like I stitched this down. It's not like a raw edge like that one. It's nice and stitched. See, like I really cared about this one. Now I didn't put any interfacing on it, but I should have put some on. But y'all, I was over it. Like not over the part, but just like let me just hurry up and get this done because I didn't want it to be unfinished. Like I wanted to finish it. So, but I love this part. Like this looks like a little mini, and then this is the front, a little mini. She looks cute. I did pay a little more attention when I was stitching mini here. But if you do like a pill like this, and if you got that file from Marilyn off of Marilyn's channel underneath her video, and you make something like this, you can customize this. Like you can put a name on here. It doesn't have to say mini, like whatever theme you're going with or whatever color patterns you're going with, you can actually, just go ahead and stitch a name to customize it a little bit more if that's something that you wanted to do. But I absolutely love this one. This is my favorite. I love how this came out. I wish I would have had like a pink, black, and white one with a little bit of gray. That would have been really, really good. But I'm happy with them. I'm happy with them. It was such a fun project. If you missed it last night, we were at Marilyn's, making with Marilyn's last night. It was myself, Mira Bear, of course, because we're at her place, Rachel, and Evie, Unbiased LLC, and the Baby's Booty. We were all making these pillows. And I'm the only one that didn't get my pillows finished. I ended up doing 2 pillows. But yeah. Let me see who else is here. Let's see who else is here. Well, Shavana, I'm happy to see you, girl. Welcome back. Hey, Risa. Happy Sunday. Thanks, y'all. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Okay, Jesse said that he can't speak to everyone. He's on the phone. No worries, Jesse. No worries. Thanks, y'all. Yes. Hey, Sheila. So that's it. I do have some notes for us to talk about Dear Debbie. Did you guys read Dear Debbie? Like, how many of you guys read Dear Debbie? So I have a few other books that I'm putting on my agenda. Hold on a second. I have a few other books. So one book, Marta, is another one. I think Freedom McFadden. Oh, Dear Debbie, y'all. So I heard that they may be turning Dear Debbie into a television series. It doesn't really do me much good because I don't really watch much TV, but I'll probably have to like see what it's about at least. But I did hear that they're turning it into a television series. And then let me see which book that was that Marta told me about. I think it's The Divorce. So Marta told me about The Divorce by Frida McFadden, and I haven't started that one yet. And then there were a few books. And then Stacey A. Bear told me about The Perfect Marriage, but that's from Geneva Rose. That's not from Frida McFadden. That's from Geneva Rose. So I already have that one. And I'll probably start one of them this week, either The Divorce or The Perfect Marriage. Which are you guys interested in reading? Either of those, we can maybe read. Let's read. Let's do The Perfect Marriage because The Divorce will be coming out soon. It's not here yet. So we can do The Perfect Marriage if you guys are good. I think it's going to be good. It looks good from what I've read so far. Let me know if you guys are going to get in on it and we can talk about it. Let me know. Let me know. Hey, Coretta. So, yeah. Dundell, you only watch cartoon shows? You only watch Looney Tunes? Well, Taylor was so excited because Taylor doesn't really like Tubi movies. I don't know if you guys have heard of Tubi before, but she doesn't really like Tubi movies. But She was telling me today, she was like, oh my God, Mom, guess what? And I'm like, what, girl? So she's telling me that Tubi now has My Little Pony. And so she's just in heaven. She's been watching all the My Little Pony episodes. And I'm just like, girl, leave me alone. This just leave me alone. But she's so excited that Tubi has all of the My Little Pony episodes. So if you guys have anybody who loves My Little Pony like My Little Taylor, they have My Little Pony episodes on Tubi. Lots of them, apparently. Lots and lots and lots of them. You're waiting on The Perfect Marriage. You have it on. Did you do it on Libby D. Smith? Oh, Stacy said Marriage First. Hey, Terry. Yeah, no worries, y'all. No worries. We don't have much to talk about. I've been performing a little bit of maintenance on my printers. What else have I been doing? I oiled up my machines. This Baseball Mom came out okay, but while it was stitching, I did realize like there were some things. So I'm gonna tell you what I did with this one. So if you're making your own designs and you're digitizing and you're doing, things like that, this is, a shortcut. And I think we talked about it the other day. Even when I was talking about, I think I had this as football and I was saying like what I was going to use, and somebody's like, oh, you could use the S from this and and I was like, you know what? So when you're doing like files that are similar, like how a lot of these files, like especially if I'm using the Twinkle Christmas, I'm just saving, like I go back to the original design, like for Chroma people, for people who use Chroma, the file exchange is RDE. And I think, what is it for in Brilliance? Is it BE? So I just keep those, I save those files and then I save it as whatever else after, right? So all I do is go back to the files that have like the letters that I need, and I pull those letters and put them onto here. So that's kind of what I did mostly for this. I didn't have to, maybe, no, I was going to say maybe I had to digitize the E, but I don't think so. Because for football, I just took the B and duplicated and put it here. The A, I duplicated and put it there. And I think I got this S from Soccer Mom. And then the mom just stays the same because it's mom. So you can just, keep creating things using what you already have. You don't have to start from scratch to do it. And so that's what I did with this one. Now, there are times I may start from scratch if I forget and I'm just going. But I had the E in the wrong place because that's the last thing I did. So it stitched out last, but I really needed to stitch in order. So I needed to stitch out before the B and not after the B, because you can kind of see where my connection is. But for the most part, it came out fine. Yeah. Valerie. Oh, y'all know I had to get the Cricut, right? Well, I didn't get the Explore, and I've been fighting myself about this Explore 5 and not getting it because I don't see where it's done anything. I don't think that they've made any major changes to it, and I really feel like they should be looking at kind of changing it up a bit. Like Cricut, I think they should change it up a little bit. Like, I don't want to have to use the mat. I don't like using the mat. I haven't used the mat before Caesar Leonardo. I was using, or the Juliet and Romeo's, I was using my StarCraft solo, and then I was also using the Vavor, and I don't have to have a mat for that. So, and then now with the Romeo and the Juliet, you don't have to have a mat for it either. I feel like Cricut, I know that they want people to buy their materials because that has to be the only reason why they want people to buy their materials, but I don't know why they haven't progressed. I don't get it. It's basically the same machine. At least that's what it looks like. But because it comes in teal, I want it. Like, yo, that's the little Cricut Joy 2. And it's so cute. It is so cute. It is so cute. So I had to get it. I had to, but I just don't know about the Explorer 5. I don't know. It's possible that I may get it. It's possible that I may not get it. I don't know, child. I don't know. Yes. Let me see. Hold on. Right first. Oh, coming from the library. Okay. Awesome. No, but on Libby, if you did it virtual or the digital, Libby, you can get it too. And do it stitch out. Typically, you guys know when I do a trial stitch out, I put it on a shirt. So this hoodie right here that I made today, this was the first time I stitched it out. It's rare that I mess it up, though. I'm super duper careful. Are there times where I've messed things up? Yeah, but it's usually something I can fix, like on the machine. But this is what I do. This, because I'm not a baseball mom, and I didn't make, so when I did the dance mom, I did soccer mom, and I put all those on a shirt. Football mom, I put that on a shirt. I think I'm just going to do a giveaway and give those away. But I was like, yeah, I'm not going to put this on a shirt. Baseball mom. But I generally put it on a shirt and I wear it. Most of the shirts that I wear, like the stitch shirt, those are my testers. Like those are the things, what I test stitch. And if it's something wrong with it, I usually go and fix it. Now, do I recommend that you do that? No. I recommend you do something like this where you're stitching it out on maybe a piece of fabric. And sometimes when you stitch it on fabric, it's good because you can test it and you can see, how it's going to stitch out on a particular fabric. But I would just recommend doing it like this. I don't want anybody to test stitch on shirts and hoodies and sweatshirts like me. I have a lot of shirts and hoodies and sweatshirts, a lot. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend anybody else to do it if you don't have a lot to waste. If you don't have any to waste. So that's what I usually do, Boyd Apparel. Almost everything I wear, and so I usually do that because I rarely make something really for me. So when I do the test stitch, that's going to be for me. And then the other thing, so if I notice something wrong, then I can fix it, do whatever. Sometimes I see things that, like, very slight things that, oh, you need to change this, or that didn't stitch, or like how this stitched out in this case where the order was wrong. If I would have made this for myself, I would have been fine with it. You can't really tell too bad how the E is actually on top of the B, but in cursive, I want that E to be behind the B in ball. But I would be fine with this, but for that, for when I actually finally do the final save of the design, I'll make sure it's switched up. That's it. That's all. I was having a slight issue. So with this shirt, when I stitched it out today, at first I was having a slight issue with the tension on the my first needle. So my first needle has been giving me problems, and that's where I have my black thread. It's been giving me problems. Hold on, let me see which ones. I think a pull-in, but is it beginner friendly? I think pull-ins are beginner friendly. Shavonna, just decide, what type of hoop you want, like what size hoop you want. The latest hoop, check out Angel B. She has the latest, the EOC 07, 06, no, EOC 07. And that one does have, that pull-in does have a larger embroidery space or hoop. Check that out. But then there's other machines too that are out there that they're just as good and friendly, user friendly. So I would check those out. But I wouldn't go with, the smallest hoop, a 4x4. So the 4x4 hoop, do I have the 4x4 hoop over here? Hold on, y'all. Let me go grab it. We didn't even start talking about their debt because I'm always rambling about something. So this is a 4x4. Hold on. Oh, my old lady, y'all. Oof, these bones. So this is a 4x4 hoop. Okay. Now, there's a lot of machines, and usually people will say, these are beginner friendly machines, the ones with the 4x4 hoop. You can even do a 5x7, but I wouldn't even recommend doing the 5x7 if you can get one that's like a 6x10 hoop. Maybe, is there a 12x6 hoop? Like, you want something with a larger hoop capacity, but definitely the Poulin has like a lot larger capacity than some of the other ones. This is the 4x4 hoop. So with the 4x4 hoop, this is all you're going to be able to fit in here. So if I put this on this shirt, and remember this hoodie is a size small. So if I put this on here, that's all that you can get is the word of, right? That's it. Of. You can't fit anything else on it. Okay? You can do a left chest logo. And even though like this is showing how like this is almost, 4 inches tall, you're really going to lose a little bit of space on the top, the bottom, and the sides when you're doing that. So just know that this is, most people will say this is the beginner friendly one. I started out with a 4x4 hoop. I started out with the Brother SE600. I enjoy it. I still use it. I also, that one's a sewing and embroidery machine, so I use it mostly for sewing now. This is the hoop that goes with it, and occasionally I'll use it for something small, but not often. Okay, but I did start out with that. Within about 3 months of having it, I wanted something bigger, and so I went from this hoop, the Brother SE600, to the Ricoma EM1010, the 10 needle machine. All right, so I kind of knew earlier on that I wanted something a little bit larger. So just, think about what you want to do, and don't just think about now, think about the future. Okay, so think about, what is everything right now that you can think of that you may possibly want to do. Don't just settle for anything. Don't just settle for anything. Hey, Laura E. Hey, Pamela Scott. Yeah, I don't even understand why that's even a thing. I don't understand why they don't. The thing is that when you're in business, like, you have to listen to the market. You have to listen to, and okay, they started doing the DTF transfers at Cricut. Everybody's doing DTF transfers, and they started doing DTF, transfers at Cricut that you can order through Design Space. And if you guys didn't know that, they do, right? They do that now. So they're listening to the market now, but they're kind of forced to listen to the market now. But for certain things, as far as the machine's features, you really need to listen to your market. You do. Yeah, there are people who use mats, and there's people like me who don't use mats. But make your machine, change your machine up. Like, it's the same machine. It's literally the same machine. I thought when they had that old announcement thing, it looked so cool. I thought something really big was about to be dropped on us. Explore 5. And a new Cricut Joy. But I did have to get that Cricut Joy because it's so cute. It's so cute. It's super duper cute. Barbara says she uses her Cricut Joy for card making mostly. Yeah. Use this one. Hey, Beverly Smith. Yeah. Absolutely. They need to fix your software bar, but I think that's like, I can just think about how many years we've been talking about this, and just, hoping Cricut, and they're out there, they hear all the chatter, they see all the things. Because honey, when I did that review where I did the race for my machines, the Romeo, the Venture, and the StarCraft, oh, they were watching, because they contacted me about it. They were watching. So the fact that you're watching and you're listening and you're still not trying to make any adjustments is beyond me. Like, the software does, like, they need to update the software, but I think maybe they just want to keep the software the way it is. They feel like maybe they have a little more control over, what happens in their software. They feel, maybe, I don't know what the reasons could be, but they're getting left behind. They're getting left behind. And before I came on, I saw Alan dropped AW Productions dropped a video about Heat Transfer Warehouse going out of business. And I know a lot of you guys have seen it already. Like I had already noticed them selling some of their items in the marketplace. I saw when they were selling their cams, rhinestone setting machine in marketplace, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I want it, but I can't afford that. That's a lot, right? But that was like a few months ago. Um, the industry is changing. A lot of the things that we needed, we no longer need it anymore. So let's just say even about like how with vinyl, like a lot of people doing vinyl. Yes, there's still a market for vinyl, but that market has decreased for HTV and permanent removable vinyl. The market has decreased because now there's all these other machines that's coming out. You got your DTF printers that, at one point they weren't accessible. They weren't readily available for anybody at home. Y'all know I started out with that Epson 8550 because at that time there were no DTF printers. Nobody was selling DTF printers out there like that. Like you were buying the huge Epson printers and then you were converting them for DTF. But now any and everybody can get a DTF printer. The prices of DTF printers, and I know a lot of people say, oh, the price is a lot, but at the same time, people be wanting stuff for nothing. Like they you want to get you want to make money, you want to make t-shirts, and you want to make a lucrative income from t-shirts, but you want to pay $200 for a printer, you want to pay $300 for a printer, you want to go buy the Epson printers and convert those into sublimation instead of buying an actual sublimation printer, but you want to complain about the pricing. Like that doesn't make sense. Like you have to be able to invest in quality machines. Now the machines do need to work, but you need to invest in quality machines. But a lot of people don't want to do that, so they just complain a lot about, oh, that costs too much, or that's not worth it. But what is really worth it? You'll see what it's worth when you put your time and effort into it. So you also have like the UV this is a UV printer. You have the UV printers that are out here that's taking the place of the permanent vinyl, that's taking the place of, and not just that, you have your eco solvent printers. You have so many different options now, and it's moving vinyl, HTV. And I know like there's a drive to make vinyl still relevant. Like people still want to make it so relevant, and it's really not. It's not. It's really not that relevant. Now, I like vinyl for certain things because it gives a different dimension to items. It like you can't get brick anywhere. You can't get your glitter HTV. You can't get glitter HTV. You can get glitter DTF film, but it's not going to give you that look like a Caesar glitter HTV gives you, right? So that's something that you can't get. But if you're fine and your customers are fine with just regular DTF prints, then you won't ever need to cut any vinyl. Like I have a whole lot of vinyl, y'all, and I just put like a whole lot of it in a box, and I'm gonna take it to the school and do what I can with it at the school, because it's not like I don't really use it much. I don't. At one point I was wrapping tumblers with vinyl, making signs with vinyl, but I don't really have to do that anymore. Let's see. Oh, Barb, yes. I'm glad. I tried to make sure, like, that's another thing that I'm not going to stay on here for too long, because I have a few orders that I need to ship out, and I ordered more bling transfers, like different of my designs. I ordered some different designs for the bling transfer, so I'm excited about those coming in. And I just want to thank you guys for always being so supportive and encouraging to me. I really, really appreciate it. Hey, Renee. Hey, girl. Hey, Miss Rosalind McElveen. Okay, let's see what I missed. Hey, Mikkel versus Kells. I think I said it right. So I was gonna say, is it because somebody said Michael? And then so I said Mikel. And then my friend has a son named Mikel. Mikel. Hey, Michelle Brown. Hey, Miss Merlinda. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Felicia. Okay, what about the pull-in 4x9 hoop that's included? Have you tried that? Valerie, so I have the 4x9. I have tried it. So the 4x9 is basically like double the size of this one. So it's going to be about like this. So you'll be able to, it's going to be this height, but it's going to be about this wide. So if I put this here, this covers it, right? But I know this design is a little bit too wide for this hoop. But I mean, you can remember this is a small shirt, so you're not going to, this 4x9, you're not going to be putting something like this on like a large or extra large sweatshirt or hoodie, right? Depending on what it is, you could, but depending on the design, I mean, this is all you're going to get with that one. So, I mean, you could do the repositional hoop. Y'all, I got to make I've been had this. I think I showed y'all this already. This green sequin for St. Patty's Day. I need to make something with it. But yeah, y'all, that's what we got going on. But yeah, so Alan was on there talking about Heat Transfer Warehouse, and Heat Transfer Warehouse might have been the second company that reached out to me outside of Cricut. Cricut was the first, and then at that time I might have had like 10 to 11,000 subscribers. Cricut reached out to me, and then Heat Transfer Warehouse reached out to me, and I've had a really, really good relationship with Heat Transfer Warehouse over the years, especially with Brooke. Brooke she was like the social media person, and she was really, really helpful over the years, and it really sucks. I don't like to see that they're, going out of business. And Alan kind of said some things like, there's a lot of people who've been there. They've been working there for years and years and years, for a very, very, very long time, and now that, that's unfortunate for them. But I did enjoy working my collaborations and everything with Heat Transfer for Warehouse. But the market is so different now. The market has changed from what the market was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's so different now. It's so different. You're finished. Brandy, did you see my pillow? Girl, y'all, I gotta show my pillows again. For those of you who are here super early, thanks so much for being here on time. But Brandy, look at my pillow, girl. It's so cute. And look at my back. So yesterday I said I was gonna do a zipper and put like a book pocket here, but I ended up just going with the envelope. But I love how this came out. And on this one too, I didn't tell you earlier, I ended up putting like one strip here. I don't think that I needed it, but I still just ended up putting an extra strip here because I wanted to have a little more space. So we're gonna get ready to talk about Dear Debbie in a minute. And then this Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty, so cute. And Taylor's taking this one. So, but this is just Binky fabric. This is fabric that I got from Joann a while ago. Y'all remember when we were doing I think I need to make a new stuffy, a new peep. But I got a lot of that Minky fabric when I was making the stuffies. And so I think it's time for me to make another stuffy. I think it's time. Risa said she's thinking about upgrading to the Ricoma EM1010. So right now the Ricoma EM1010, Risa, is on sale. And I think that one comes with the same that panel, the newer panel, the updated panel. And I think it's like $44.99, $4,499. The Creator is maybe about $2,000 more. The difference is that with the Creator, you can embroider a wider space. With the EM1010, it's like 12.2 inches wide by about 8 inches high. With the Creator, you have a little more width and height. But for the most part, I love my EM1010. it did the job for me. It really it did the job. It still does it. I know I don't show it often. I said I was gonna start showing it a little bit more. But it does a lot of different things for me. Like I have a test on I think I have the sisterhood test, the last thing that I tested on it. And I do the same thing like when I do with this one. I test it if one is testing one design, the other is testing the other another one, a different one. So yeah. Okay, Miss Valerie Evans doing gang sheets. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you. You know, I'd be playing around. This occurred about 3 o'clock in the morning while I was just playing around, and it actually I changed the design up so much, and then I finally settled on this one. Like I had written it. I did different things. I ended up settling for this one. Maybe during the live, I'll show you guys like what it started out as, what I changed it to, how I kept changing it, and then I eventually went with this one, which is a more simple version of it. Thought that was better. Thought that was better. All that buying, I know. All right, so I'm giving away a lady at my school too. Good. So Barb says she does a lot of spirit wear with HTV. Like I usually will use like I like brick, and I love my glitters. I love my glitter HTVs, but I'm just gonna usually pull out like print do because then you don't have to weed. And I think that's what is like the biggest thing. Like who wants to weed? I mean, some people do like to weed though. Some people do like to weed because I've heard like a lot of people say that it's relaxing, and they do like it, but I'm just not into weeding. I'm just not into weeding. So don't forget the book that we're gonna read for the next time or coming up is The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. And this recommendation is courtesy of Stacey A. Bear. So we'll be doing that. But if you guys get a chance, check out Alan's video about Heat Transfer Warehouse. We had a lot of good times, and to be quite honest, a lot of the different collaborations amongst like some of the content creators a lot of it originated from us working with Heat Transfer Warehouse. Heat Transfer Warehouse invited all of us out there to their warehouse to network and talk. They invited like a lot of the different brands, and we were able to actually connect and meet with the brands. So a lot of the connections that you see actually originated because Heat Transfer Warehouse opened up their doors and pretty much took like they paid for everything, and we were able to go there and make connections with these brands, make connections with each other and things like that. So I really don't like to see this happen to them. All right, y'all. I gotta see what I'm gonna eat for dinner. I think I may go with a little bit of Indian cuisine tonight. You gave your art library, oh boy, apparel, a whole bit of vinyl. Yeah. Awesome, Terry. Hey, Joyce T. Miss Joyce T, you been working? Hey, Shamika. Look at this one right here. It's Michael. Michael. And I don't even know why Michael, and I'm going to still say, I gotta say Michael versus Kels. I don't even know why she even bothers with me. I don't even know why, because we're supposed to be making mini ears, and we were supposed to be making mini ears for like 2 years. 2 years. And so we have it, and my cousin and her kids, they're going to, so in Hawaii, they have a Disney resort, Aulani. And so they're going there, and I can't make any ears for them, but I'm going to make them some little bags. So I would have loved to make some like Hawaiian themed mini ears. That would be so cute. But yeah. Thanks, Simpsy Boo. Hey, Robin's Creations. Randy. I mean, since I had already lost the race, since I was already behind, Rachel, Eve, and Marilyn had already completed their pillows. I was like, you know what? I had a little bit of. I didn't have time today, but I did have a little bit of time this morning, and I wanted to get it done before. So I was like, you know what? Make the best of it. Make the best of it. Like, girl, get yourself together. Make the best of it. So that's what I did. That's what I did. For making for enjoy your vacation. Those Ryan Tills are gonna be there when you get back home. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what you do. I cannot wait to see what you do. All right. Nothing happened. Hey Evie. Hey Evie. Yeah, with OnTech over. Fixer over. Which CTF machine would you recommend? Okay, as far as pricing is concerned, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Now, Xtool, 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 Xtool. The price of Xtool is a lot, but I love my Xtool apparel printer. I do. Now, what I want people to know, when you get into DTF, it's not easy. You're going to have to provide maintenance to your machines. You're going to have to learn certain parts of your machine that you don't want to know about. You're going to have to do all of those things. But I absolutely love my Xtool apparel printer. I absolutely love it. There's a lot of like certain things I have to do with my other printers. I don't have to worry about that with the Xtool apparel printer. I go to use it. And there's been times where didn't touch it for 2 weeks, but you keep it powered on. I didn't touch it for 2 weeks. I go to use it, and it's the first print, it may be like, okay, girl, do a print head cleaning, do that one print head cleaning, and it's good to go. I haven't had any issues with the Xtool apparel printer. The one issue that I had, slight issue, was once it would print, and when it was supposed to be feeding through the oven to go through the oven and out, that was the only issue that I had with it. And because something was a little bit off, so I had to update the firmware. Once I updated the firmware, it was as if nothing was wrong with it. So the Xtool, a lot of people are under the conception, when I think of a gang sheet, I'm thinking of a gang sheet. I don't even know if I have a gang sheet. I'm around, but I'm thinking of a pretty long film with a lot of prints on it. Xtool, with the Xtool apparel printer, you're not going to be printing gang sheets like that. Okay. Now, can you fit on their board? I think they give you about, it's like 14 by maybe 22 inches or so that you can fit images on. You can fit as much as you can in that 14 by 22 inch sheet, right? But that's it. You're not going to be doing, but what I like about Xtool, I can load one image on there and tell them I want to print this out and I want to print 30 copies. It's going to print all of the copies. It's going to cut each one as it goes through the oven, and it cuts it, and it spits it out. It shoots it out, right? So I love that. I love that. And it also reduces the amount of wasted film. So you guys know when I use the OnTech and my Pro Color F13, I waste a lot of film when I'm going through the shaker oven combo, because that film needs to feed through to get to the roller at the bottom in order to be able to do that continuous print. So you're wasting a lot of film. You don't necessarily have to waste it. You can save it once you're done and do it, but it's just a different type of process. So I love the Xtool apparel printer. I'm to be 100% honest with y'all, I did not want to. I get good prints from all of my Pro Color printers. I don't have any major issues with my Pro Color printers, even though my K8, which is about a year old now, it started giving me a little bit of issue with my magenta. As far as like the magenta being clogged, everything else is printing out beautifully, but my magenta started clogging a little bit. But outside of that, I don't have many issues. But you also need to you got to perform maintenance on them. The OnTech and the F13, the Pro Color printer, they're very much alike. Very much alike. the Omtech and the F13. I do think that this is more of an updated version of the printer. They're both dual head printers. I do feel like this is a more updated version of the printer. And there's just certain things with this one that I like. One, that Kickstarter price. Like with that Kickstarter price, if you could buy two of them, buy two. What that price was. So this one, it prints very fast. Now the Pro Color prints fast like this one too. The Xtool Apparel printer does print fast, but you have to calculate all the timing as far as with it going down the chute, and then it will pause to give that first print enough time to go through the shaker oven and cure. And once it goes in the shaker oven, then it'll start printing. But it just gives it a little bit of time. But this one's super fast. Super easy to use. The ink situation kind of similar to the Pro Color F13, except everything is kind of hidden. And then you also have the waste tank, how they've updated a lot of it with the waste tank. The only thing I can say about the Pro Color is that Pro Color was one of the first companies that really marketed their printers to the US. And so a lot of their printers, they're not, well, the older ones, the newer ones, they're more updated, but the older ones, it's not as updated as these, because these companies, you got HTV Runt, who, look at it, y'all. If you're not willing to shift in your business according to what the market is, you might get left behind. Because you got HTV Runt, who has their DTF printer. They came out with a DTF printer. I think HTV Runt just gonna come out with any and everything, but they came out with a DTF printer because that's where the market is going. The market is going. The market isn't even going there. The market is already. It's been there. And if you're just getting into the market, you're behind. If you're just getting into DTF, you're behind. Like as far as like these companies are concerned. So you see, like you have these companies out there adding DTF prints because now they've gotten DTF printers because that's the market. You're already behind. You're already behind. But for the most part, this Omtech is pretty good. The roller at the bottom is okay, but I did kind of have like a little bit of an issue with the roller, and I don't know if the sensor was picking it up, so I just stopped using it. I haven't used it for a while, but I haven't had a lot of prints that I needed to print out either at one time. So, and then when I did, I printed that out on the Xtool because I didn't feel like cutting and all of that stuff. That Xtool Apparel printer has me spoiled. I can pick up the print from the bottom of the Xtool and take it over to my printer and to the heat press and press it. I don't have to cut anything. I don't have to do it. That one has me spoiled. This one, I did feel like it needs some monitoring, but what I like about this one too is that it has like a heating element, and it also provides like a suction to make sure that film stays flat while it's going through. So that's a good thing, so that you don't risk, messing up your print head with that film kind of lifting. So, I mean, budget wise, I would say the Omtech and even the Pro Color F13, like they're basically the same printer. But if you want like an all-in-one situation like this, then definitely the Omtech. But if you want like top of the line first class service where you could let that thing print out and you can go about your business, this one you still need to monitor a bit and go, the Xtool Apparel printer. I hate to say it. Y'all. I hate to say it. When I come home from work, that's why like you guys will get some of those work with me videos, and I have one that's probably going to be coming out soon if I ever feel like editing it. But that's when I come home from work, I'm going to go to that printer first. I'm going to go to the Xtool Apparel printer, turn it on, do the print head cleaning, and just go ahead and get those things printed out. I'm going to go to that one. This one, it does good. The color's beautiful, but it's just something about me not having to worry about cutting because once I'm done with this one, then I have to unroll it. I have to take the roller out, unroll it, then cut all the images off, then try to salvage the film that I had to feed through. Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, Brandy. It's a whole thing, girl. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Hey, Marta. Hey, Mare Bear. Here goes Barb. So Barb says her Pro Color printer is the job that she needs. She really likes the K13. There's a regular and proactive maintenance, and she wants a UV printer. Barb, you don't have a UV printer? Barb, you got everything. Barb, what are you gonna do with your UV printer? Like, what do you want it for? I thought you already had one. So I don't know if you guys saw that. Pro Color is coming out with a UV printer. I saw it on their in their Instagram feed. My UV Make. I have a Pro Color UV printer. The bigger one that they it's not big, but it's big and heavy. But it's like an A4 size bed. And then I have a UV DTF printer, the F13 UV DTF Pro Color printer. So you have like different, it's just so much out here now, y'all, that you got to keep up with it. You got to listen to what the market wants and, where it's going, where it's trending. You have to be able to decide, if that's something that you need to add to your business. Yo, I didn't order my food yet. I think I'm gonna go with some. I don't know yet. Oh, we didn't even talk about our book yet. Okay, let's talk. Get some. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Yes, please remember to hit the thumbs up. Please, thank you so much, Miss Sharon Davenport. Thank you. Y'all know what I think I'm about to eat. Where's Rachel? I think I'm gonna eat me some Impossible chicken nuggets for dinner. I think that's gonna be my dinner tonight. Some Impossible chicken nuggets. I think that's what it's gonna be because I was gonna order me some chickpeas. This Indian restaurant has really good. This chickpea dish is so good, y'all. But I don't know. All right, let's see if I missed something, and we're gonna start talking about our book. Hey, Kevin. Yes, Fern. Learn the machines that you have. Yes, 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 yes. Listen. There's power in knowing your machines. There is power in knowing your machines, how to troubleshoot them, what you can use them for, how to push them to the max. There's power in that. Learn those and then consider getting something else. Because sometimes it gets overwhelming when you have so many different machines and things like that, and it's just overwhelming. You can't use everything every single day unless you need. Because sometimes, like today, everything was going today. Those are my favorite days. I had the sewing machine going. Evie, did you see my bill? Oh, guess who's here? Marilyn and Eve. Guess what? I gotta do another show and tell, y'all. So, ladies, I finished my pillows. Oh, hold on, Fern. Let me take your comment down, and then we're gonna talk about Dear Debbie real quick. First of all, I'm gonna ask in a minute how many of you guys read it, but look how cute Mare Bear, and look at my top and my bottom. It looks very, very Minnie-ish and Mickey-ish. So the one good thing with doing it this way, like I didn't do the zipper only because I got really lazy and then I just couldn't figure out what zipper I wanted to put there. But I was considering embroidering something here, but since this pillow is going to be for me, I don't necessarily want my name on Minnie's tush, right? So I didn't even care. So, but you can embroider a name on here, even to make it a little bit cuter. If you have like a little pom-pom, you can like stick a little pom-pom back here. Like you do something really cute. And then here's Hello Kitty. This one, I got to send this to Taylor. So this is Hello Kitty. She already claimed it. We FaceTime today and she's just like, oh girl, that's for me, right? She was having like a moment. Sometimes she has moments, like a lot of things that go on in the world. Like she gets to like, she has to talk to me about it. Like when things happen. And so I told her like, girl, just like chill out, read a book. Like, don't be stressing yourself out. Like you got to protect your peace, sis. And she was like, yeah, mommy, you're right. But I'm like, listen, protect your peace. But super cute. Okay, the difference is I didn't like clean this edge up. So this is the raw edge. But on this one, I actually cleaned my edges up. You'll see that. I cleaned my edges up. So that looks good. I love this. Marilyn, thank you so much. If you guys did not see that live from yesterday, we had a really, really, really good time at Marilyn's. It was Rachel, Unbiased LLC, Evie, The Baby's Booty, Marilyn, Making with Marilyn. It was her channel, and myself over there. All right, so let's talk about Dear Debbie so I can go about my business. I still got a few things to do, y'all. I still got to ship out some stuff. I need to eat some dinner. And it looks like it is definitely going to be the Impossible Chicken Nuggets. I mean, I could use some soup and spinach though. That's kind of what I have a taste for, some soup and spinach. We'll see how that goes. Let's see if I missed anything, which I'm pretty sure that I did, but I'm sorry. The perfect marriage. Shamika, you said the perfect marriage is good. Stacy recommended it. So I already downloaded it and I'm ready to get started. Marta, so the divorce we're gonna have to wait until May, and that's by Frida McFadden. We're gonna have to wait until May because that's gonna be released in May. Yeah. Okay, so Barb said, I found flushing the pro-colored machine lines with warm water periodically really extends the print head and less clogs. Good suggestion, Barb. Thanks for suggesting. Thank you for suggesting. That's a good suggestion. So just flush it with warm water. You don't want to have to be replacing print heads continuously because the print heads, that's what costs the most. And I think now they have like a warranty that you can get, you can get 2 print heads or something like that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's what they have. I think. I need some soup. Let's see. Is there practice embroidery software before committing to the more advanced one? So Felicia, I know that Marilyn is always talking about the Embrilliance demo software. Now I don't know what you can do in that one, but she's always talking about the demo software. Some of them do have like trial periods, so you may want to do a trial, but you're not going to really be able to get a lot of time. Like a week for me is not enough for me to really get a good idea of how to use it, or if I'm gonna like something. It's just not enough time for me. But if you can, devote a lot of time into it, then possibly. But check out Embrilliance. Check out Embroidery Legacy. They do have, I think they have a trial for Embroidery Legacy. And Chroma, I don't know if Chroma has a trial. Both of those have, Embroidery Legacy is a flat fee. Chroma is a subscription-based software, so you got to pay every month. And then Embrilliance, it's not subscription-based. I would say it's a flat fee, but you're kind of leveling up. Like you got to keep getting different versions of it until you max out the versions. So, Evie, that's because while you guys were stitching the back of your pillows, I was trying to make another one. Like I was trying to finish that mini. Eve, honestly, I didn't want to get off of that live without having both of the pillow toppers done, because I know that if I didn't do both of those pillow toppers last night with y'all, they were not going to get done. It wasn't going to get done. I know that. I know it wasn't going to get done. So that's why I did it like that, girl. That's why I did it like that. Because I knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew it. Hey, Kristen. No worries. We're not really doing anything major. We're going to talk a little bit about Dear Debbie. So I'm going to see. Wait, hold on. Brandy said, I'm so late and behind. My Excel both sound nice, but I think the F13 will be my best for my budget. I was waiting on the P13 for MAC to come back in stock. So the F13 for the F13 Pro Color, Brandy, the F13 is just like this one. Honestly, it's just like this one. I think this is a little bit larger than the F13. This prints about, I think, 14 inches wide. This one prints a little. It prints wider than the F13, but it's basically the same setup. Now the ink cartridges or the ink tanks are in the back, and this already comes with, like, you have your moisturizing tank where you put your moisturizing liquid in there, which really helps, prolong that print head and reduce clogging. That's the same thing with the Xtool apparel printer. It has a moisturizing tank as well. This one, girl, when something's wrong, or let's say if your white ink is low or your waste ink is full, it does like this screeching noise, like a screeching sound. And it makes sure that you know that, but it's not something that you have to figure out. Like, you don't, I'm not even gonna tell y'all how many times with my Pro Color where I've had like ink go over, like overflow in the waste tank because I forget that I don't get a warning. All the other printers you get a warning, but I think they've done some things with the newer printers to kind of, make things better. And again, Pro Color was one of the first ones out here doing it, like trying to get DTF printers to us. Yep, let me scroll down. All right, so I'm scrolling down for making layered patches. Some Spirit Work says that would work. Thank you, Miss Sharon Davenport. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Mirror Bear. Thank you, Marta and Shamika and Laura E. And DB. I'm scrolling on down, y'all. I did not even order any food, Brandy. I didn't. I did not. And I've been in the house all day. I do have me some Quest chips, though. Like, that's what I've been kind of munching on. But, Oh, Shamika, you told Stacy. So Stacy told. Was that yesterday? So I ordered it. I haven't. And so I'm gonna have to maybe start reading it one day this week, and then we can talk about it if everybody else wants to talk about it. But thank you. It's okay, Kristen. It's okay if you listen to it. It's okay. I listened to it too. Fern, what book did you say? Fern. What book did Fern say, Miss Sharon Davenport? I don't know. I gotta go back up and see. I don't know. Oh, Hatch has a demo. So Barb said that Hatch has a demo software that you can play around with, test out, if you like it. Oh, the book is the Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. It's The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Thank you, Evie. I don't even know what I was thinking of cutting out 2 different sets. Like, that's totally not me. Totally not me. Oh, you can't get the Omtech now. They need to. The price still needs to be pretty good. That sucks. I'm gonna ask them like when like what are they gonna do? Maybe they didn't meet the crowdfund goal, so maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Okay. Hey, Brandy's Dandy Crafts. Okay. All right. So, guys, let's talk a little bit about Dear Debbie. I have my notes, and let's see how my brain is operating today, if I'm going to remember everything or not. So who read Dear Debbie or listened to Dear Debbie? You don't if you had to listen to it, that's perfectly fine too. That's perfectly fine too. They don't have spinach? Oh my gosh. Do you guys go to a Bonefish Grill? Do you guys have a Bonefish Grill where you're at? So they have like this crab chowder soup, crab and something soup. And so I always get like the soup and then I get a side of their they have like this garlic spinach, sauteed spinach, and I usually mix it into the soup. It's so good. It's so good, y'all. I think I'm just gonna be stuck with be stuck with my thingamajigs, my impossible. So Robin's Creations, listen to it. Miss Relinda, Mrs. JB. Yes, yes. She was Kristen, she was crazy. She was crazy. Awesome. Okay, okay. So, Dear Debbie, I really enjoyed Dear Debbie. I really wasn't thinking by the end, I wasn't really fully prepared for that ending. But I kind of suspected like it was just a little bit weird. I did not think that the ending was going to be the way that it was. I did not think because I really thought that her husband was Cooper. I thought Cooper was messing around with her friend, right? I did think that. All right, so for those of you who don't know, Dear Debbie is a book by Frida McFadden, and we've read several of Frida McFadden's books. We started out with The Housemaid. Now, this particular book, I heard that they're supposed to be coming out with a TV series, a Dear Debbie series, TV series based off of the book. All right. So it starts out with Debbie. Debbie's a stay-at-home. Well, she's not really a stay-at-home mom. She has a news section or a newspaper section, um, Dear Debbie, where people write in, ask her questions, she responds, and I want to say some of her responses are unhinged. And so she ends up getting fired. But Debbie's married and she has two girls, right? Okay, they are good. But she was crazy. Yes, yes. So she was crazy, but she was also very smart. Where did she go? Didn't she? Wasn't she like an MIT alum, or she went to MIT? Now, Debbie had past trauma, right? And it's not revealed until it's trickled in throughout the story, okay? But she's married to her husband. It starts out with her. Some news people were going to be doing a report on her or coming to see her garden, right? Like she was just a lot. She had two teenage daughters. One of her teenage daughters is dating this guy, and she didn't really like it. And then she had another daughter. Crazy. Let me see what you guys said. The ending was totally unexpected. Yes. Crazy with cause. Okay. Crazy with cause. Crazy with cause. I mean, she had trauma. She had trauma. She was in college. Some of her backstory is that when she was in college, she went to a party with some of her friends. There was this guy there took advantage of her. Okay, and think about when I say take advantage, because y'all know YouTube. There's certain things you can and cannot say on YouTube without getting flagged, and so I don't even want to risk saying it once. You probably won't get flagged, but I don't even want to risk saying it multiple times. But think of a word that starts with an R. Okay, so this happened to her at a party that she went to, and that kind of changed her. That I think that is the part of Debbie's story that really changed her. That is what turned her the way that she was. So outward appearance, Debbie, welcoming, seems friendly, but internally, she was really going through a lot. She had never, and she was married to Cooper, and she had never told Cooper what happened to her. So she was keeping a secret from Cooper. Now, Cooper was also keeping a secret from her. We thought that Debbie, she had a friend. What was the friend's name, y'all? Let me go and see what the friend's name is. I have some notes, but what's the Lexi? No, that was the daughter. Harley. It was Harley. Harley was, she worked at a gym. Cooper and his friend Jesse went to that gym all the time. Harley thought that she was dating Cooper. She didn't. So the whole story, Harley's friends with Debbie, but she thinks, and this is how messy people really are. Like, you know, even if it's not true or whatever, but you think it is, you know, you're messing with this lady's husband, and you go and befriend her. Like, who does that? That is so weird. And so Harley invites Debbie to her house, and there's a shirt there, and Debbie, something happened with the shirt, and Debbie gets a hold of the shirt, and she smells the shirt, and the shirt is familiar. The scent of the shirt is familiar to Debbie. Now, as the reader, as we're reading this, and we kind of know, a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes, we're thinking that, oh, she's onto her now. But what kind of threw me off a bit, I don't know if it threw you guys off a little bit too. Not really threw me off, but what kind of made me pause a little bit in regards to the Cooper and Harley situation was when Debbie went to her house, and she did get a hold of that shirt, and she was smelling the shirt, trying to place the scent, right? But Debbie never, if that's your husband, you know what your husband smells like, right? You know what he smells like. You don't need a second whiff. You know what he smells like. So the fact that she was trying to place the scent, that made me, like, honestly, that made me feel like, girl, you don't know what your man smell like? Like, what? And as attentive as she is, because Debbie was the perfect homemaker. She was the perfect homemaker. Her kids had breakfast every morning. Her husband's breakfast was ready, and she was serving it with a smile. She was doing all this and that and the third. Like, she, getting the kids to school, doing all the things. She just didn't like her daughter's boyfriend. So she was doing all the things. It was something with the neighbor. What happened with the neighbor? Something happened with the neighbor. One of her neighbors took her feature. Like, for the gardening, one of the neighbors took the feature. Like, right from under her. So she wasn't happy about that. And she did do some revenge. Like, she had revenge on a lot of people. Hold on, let me see what I missed. Because y'all not be talking too much. Yes, because she was unhinged, Miss Sharon Davenport. She was so unhinged. And so what Debbie did, she would answer some of the readers' messages in a certain way, but one of them, I think she told the wife to divorce the husband, or she told the wife, like, something, something out of the way. She told the wife, and so the husband, I think, called in, or contacted the newspaper. So Debbie ended up getting fired. That day. So that didn't work out for her. So the same day that she got fired, and this was the day of the whole garden thing too. Her husband, his boss seemed like a jerk, right? But the husband apparently was doing good. They made a good living for themselves. Debbie and the husband, they were doing pretty well. Well, the husband wanted to be partner, and the boss kind of like shot him down, wasn't really nice about it. The husband resigned, and the boss was like, okay, he called his bluff. And so he was supposed to be fired, but he had until like the end of the week or 2 weeks or something like that. A certain amount of time he had to be gone. So they both ended up losing their job. Now, what was the whole situation with the boyfriend? The daughter's boyfriend was trifling. So he kind of, the backstory that we got as we went along in the story was that um there might have been some form of sexting going on where he had gotten some pictures and sent them around of a girl, not of the daughter but of a girl, and then he was trying to pressure Debbie's daughter into having relations with him. And even though they were dating, she hadn't, and he was trying to pressure her into having relations with him. And I guess in the meantime, she had sent him some pics, some provocative pics of herself. And to blackmail her, he was threatening to send the pictures to everybody if she did not, with him, have relations with him. So all of this came to Debbie's attention. And like I know you guys have seen, for those of you who hadn't read it, y'all see how everybody said Debbie was crazy, because she was. She was crazy. I forgot, what did she do? She did a few things to the neighbors. What about the guy neighbor? She did a few things to the neighbors. I have my notes here, y'all, but by this time I'm all over the place. Something one of the neighbors accused her of doing. Then the other daughter, who was, did she play, y'all, softball or something like that? She got kicked off of the team. Like, the coach kicked her off of the team. Debbie didn't like that, so she went to confront him. Now, the one thing that I can say is that when Debbie first goes to people, she's generally pretty decent. She seems like she's very nice. I mean, but she just wants things her way. So when she comes to you, you have to be ready and willing to comply at that moment, because if you're not ready and willing to comply, then that's when she's going to mess your life up. That's when she's going to mess your life up. Yes. Yep, she knew how to connect those dots. Harley was just like, who does that? Okay, so when we get to the end, you guys are gonna see, like, Harley is no longer with us, and Harley orchestrated this plan to have Deb come to her house and also have her husband come to her house at the same time for dinner. Like, she was just so messy and trifling. She was so messy and trifling. So messy and trifling. It was very messy. Very messy. I didn't get it. So that's what made me, like, kind of pause, like, but you know what also kind of threw me off? Like, I thought Frida did a really good job with just not being predictable. I thought she did a very good job with not being predictable. So the way that she set everything up, remember, the husband was leaving the house. Oh, he got to go, in the middle of the night, or he got to go someplace to do something. So naturally, we're all thinking, at least I was thinking, oh, he's going over there to hook up with Harley, because now we know that she was just on the phone with Cooper, and her and Cooper were talking about, she was saying, you coming over for dinner? I can't get away. You gotta come. He's going over, right? So then the husband leaves out after being on his phone, and he leaves out, and she did a good job with that, with not having us go too far and think of, other scenarios. At least I think so. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys thought about some other things. She put bugs in the rose garden. Yes. But remember the guy neighbor who, did she do something with his power? Was she in his house? Like, because I think something, he was doing something, and she was aggravated with him with something, and she got in his house because, honey, she knew where those spare keys were. She knew where the spare keys were. So what was she doing? She did something to him. She did something to everybody. She was a terror. She really was. The guy next door, the fuse box. Yes. See, it was coming back to me. It was coming back to me. The guy with the fuse box. He was playing that music. Yes. Yes. The loud music. Yes. yes, yes. She did what she had to do because that lady was dead wrong. That lady was wrong though. That lady was wrong for what she did. She was. She was. That wasn't right. She knew that Debbie was looking forward to that interview and all that feature and stuff like that. She knew that. Randy, you don't need this book. Even though the Bible is pretty juicy too. The Bible is pretty juicy. There's a lot of juicy stuff in here. The sandwiches she made for the book. Oh yes. So some of the moms at the school and just people in the community that they got friendly with, they used to act a little bit funny towards her, towards Debbie, especially if you weren't really, on this, on like whatever they were on, if you weren't really on that, if you didn't have as much money as them, if your husband wasn't doing better than their husband, like they kind of looked down on you a little bit. But she was a part of the book club and she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing when she took those sandwiches. She did. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a very very good book, Anissa. Okay, so the soccer coach. See, I keep forgetting. I'm because I was saying the softball coach, but it was the soccer coach. So the soccer coach, she orchestrated this whole thing with the soccer coach because the soccer coach kicked her daughter off of the team. And she went in, she tried to have a conversation with him. That didn't work. Next thing we know, he's arrested for because the oldest daughter kind of mentioned that he looks at some of the girls a little crazy. And the next thing we know, he was arrested. He was arrested. She had him picked up, and that was it. So Cooper tells her that he was fired, and he tells her what happened. She also handled the Cooper situation, but she was so slick at what she did, like, and then I didn't the way I pictured her, like I really wouldn't picture her being able to go and just like bully people like that. Like I just didn't think that I didn't picture her like that, but she was doing it. And so she got rid of Cooper. And when I say got rid of, she got rid of Cooper's boss. So technically, like him and the boss had that discussion about him being fired or resigning, but he didn't really have to resign no more after the boss got missing. He was good to go. So that's crazy. Look at all the things she did. A fuse box with the neighbor, food poisoning, bug infestation. There's all of that. Probably was a mess. A hot mess. The interaction between her and the receptionist at the gym had my mouth wide open. Yes. Trifling. It's good. It is so, Brandy, it was so good. It was so good. A hot mess. She could read people. Yeah, she could read people. She could read people. I wonder if so y'all see how this is now going to be a series. I can see it being a series, and I can see this being a really really good series. So I wonder if Frida's going to make another book, like a sequel. Like I wonder if she's gonna kind of like how she did the Housemaid series. I wonder if she's gonna do this with Dear Debbie because I would totally read another Dear Debbie book. So remember how we thought that Harley, her friend, because Harley had became her friend, girl. Harley had became her friend. Like that's who she was talking to, and but at what point? Because I might have missed her. I just didn't. At what point? Maybe she didn't realize that Harley was messing with Cooper until they were there at dinner. Because I never felt like she thought that Harley was messing with Cooper. I never felt like that. Did y'all feel? I never felt like that. So she's doing all this stuff behind the scenes. She got the soccer coach arrested. She got rid of Cooper's boss. She did a lot of different things. So, wrapping it up, Harley had to tell her. Like, Harley was so in love with Cooper and all this and that. Like, she had to let her know, I got your man. Right? So, Harley orchestrates this thing where she invites Debbie to come over to her house for dinner. But while she invites her to her house, she also invites Cooper to come over at the same time because guess what? Cooper's not giving her what she wants. She wants, him to be all about her. She wants him to leave his wife, leave Debbie, and she's going to speed things along, right? So the best way to speed things along is I'm going to invite Debbie over. I'm also going to invite Cooper over so she can see Debbie can be heartbroken, and then that's going to be a wrap, right? Well, Debbie gets there. There's a knock at the door. In comes Cooper. It's juicy. Okay. Yes. She knew what to do for each one of them. She was computer smart. And I forgot about her boss. Yes, she put some scandalous stuff on the website with her boss, and he couldn't even get it off. Yes, I forgot. If you crossed her, she was coming for you. If you crossed her or her kids and her husband, that was it. She was coming for you. She was coming for you if you crossed her. It was Shamika. When I was like, oh yes, Frida, you giving me something different because the other one's like, I figured out like by like maybe before the middle of the book, I had already figured out like the whole story plot, what was going to happen, who was what, where they were going. This one kept me locked in until the very end. Because remember I told you guys about the guy Hutch at college, like the trauma that she went through, Hutch, right? Well, and this is what I didn't understand. Okay, we're gonna talk about a little bit more, just a little, like just different parts that I just did not understand. But, and then you guys tell me if she already knew, because I don't remember reading the part that she already knew about Hutch. But she's at Harley's. Harley then set up this dinner date for them, and in comes Cooper. But guess what? It wasn't Cooper. It was Jesse, Cooper's friend, pretending to be Cooper. He had told Harley his name was Cooper. So Harley thinks that she's dating Debbie's husband, but she's really not. She's dating Cooper's friend. So she's calling him Cooper, and she's like, that's not Debbie's like, that's not Cooper. Long story short, guess who Cooper is? Hutch, the guy who violated her when she was in college. That's why that smell, like that's why the smell was familiar to her. And I think she was a little sick when she smelled it too, because she said, like, once you go back and you replay everything, like you read everything, like then that's when everything comes. But she was a little sick, like when all that happened, like when she smelled it, it made her sick. So y'all. But nonetheless, Jesse Hutch she ends up doing something to Harley and ends up framing Jesse Hutch for Cooper's boss and for Harley. Like she had it all down. And wait, and remember with the accounting firm that they worked at, that Jesse and Cooper worked at, and the money that got missing, that there was some money missing, right? Now the lady at the firm, one of the workers, I think she felt like it was Cooper who did it, but she set it up. Debbie set it up to where she pinned it on Jesse. So Jesse was down for embezzlement. He was down for the two getting rid ofs. Like he was down for all. Like he was in jail. And then at the end, when he went to jail, somebody else that he had violated, their family or brother or something was it was. So this was at the end though. That was like wrapping things up. Now, what we didn't talk about is that Debbie was keeping her secret from Cooper. Let me see what y'all say, because y'all know I'd be just rambling. Cooper's co-worker. Yes. Hutch. Yep. Hutch. Yes. Hey, Ernie, congratulations, y'all. Congratulate Ernie. She is done. She has provided a service to this country, and she is officially retired. Congratulations, Ernie. Congratulations. Oh, Kristen, I forgot to touch on it. So during all this time, thank you for this. During all this time, while all this stuff is happening, Debbie's unhinged, doing all this stuff. The kids, now her kids know her. Her kids know that she did something to that coach. They know that. So they're all worried about her because, she's pretty much set on her routine. She does things a certain way, and things are just a little bit different. So now they're all worried about her. The kids, Cooper, they think that she's done something to the coach. She never even mentioned what happened to the coach to Cooper. So he's all worried about everything. So the kids were actually worried, and Cooper, trying to figure out what the heck was going on with Debbie. They were trying to figure it out because she was all over the place, all about town, she was just doing all types of things. They couldn't figure it out. Yep. Yep. That was Hutch. That was Hutch. But if Hutch and Cooper were friends and co-workers, that was my question to y'all. Do y'all think that she knew already that was Hutch? She must have. I didn't remember reading in the book that she knew beforehand, but she must have, especially when she smelled that shirt, because when she smelled that shirt, she knew where that scent came from, who that scent came from, right? But prior to that, do you guys think that she already knew in advance? Because that's what I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. It gave you the original Housemaid vibes. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was so different. It was so like just her structure, the structure of the story, the layout of the story, how everything transpired was different from, it was still a fast-paced book, right? It was still fast-paced. This one different because in most of her books, I think, it may not necessarily be the case, but in most of her books, the female character is usually, I don't want to say weak, but usually in between, like a little bit helpless, a little, like I don't want to say anything mean about the female characters in her other books. Like, not necessarily that they were weak, but they were a little bit weak. But honey, Debbie was here for all the shenanigans. She was here for it all. She was here for it all. Now, I think from the very beginning, we knew that she was not weak. We knew. The other ones no, but we knew that she was not weak. That's what I think. That's why she set him up to go to jail. So that's what. So she did. She had to have known. She had to have known. Mm-mm. Oh, she put it when they went to dinner. When they went to dinner. Now the receptionist, who was the receptionist married to? Was the receptionist married to one of their bosses? I can't remember if she was married to the newspaper boss or to Cooper's boss. I think she was married to Cooper's boss. I think so. The receptionist at the gym. And the receptionist at the gym told Harley, like, you shouldn't be messing with that man. He's married. Yes, I forgot. Hey, Keisha. I forgot that part. That she did. Because it made her sick, Marta. It made her sick. They went out for dinner. Okay. Okay. The boss didn't like to see them outside of work. Yes. Hey, Shay Shay. No worries, girl. It's all good. It's all good. It was good. Let's move right down to the. Okay, let's see what Keisha said. I feel like she gets me to the cliff, and instead of a smooth glide down to the finish, she kind of rushes to endings and forces all kinds of explanations. So you kind of tumble down to the end. This one, some of them I feel like that, and some of them I already know, but this one, it was a lot of build up for this one. I think it was a lot of build up for this one, as far as like just the different parts for me. The different parts kind of came together, and I did feel like maybe there would be like another sequel because we didn't even discuss the rest of it. Everything was like, even as far as Cooper. So Cooper had his own secret, y'all. Cooper had his own secret. And that secret was, remember how we thought that Cooper was messing with Harley, right? Well, Cooper wasn't. Cooper was actually going to AA meetings. And so he was going through, a little bit of, AA and just trying to fight alcoholism. That's what he was trying to battle. He was battling that. And she had no clue. So I think that all kind of played and worked together so that I didn't know what the heck was going on, because I really did think that he was messing with Harley. I really did. I thought so, but he wasn't. So in the end, that's what happened. She went over, and then at the end, that's when Cooper comes to the apartment. Of course, he's thinking that she's doing something that she has no business doing. He's screaming out for her and everything, and then she comes out, and then of course she already has her story. Like, she already has whatever she needs to say made up. She was trying to reach Harley, she couldn't get to her, and maybe they need to call the police. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So very, very interesting. She had drugged Jesse Hutch. She had drugged him. So by the time like he was coming out of that, the police was already there. Like, I guess he was trying to like clean up the apartment or whatever. And it was crazy. No, mine either. Let's see. One fire from the paper. Oh, that's okay. Okay, that's what. So I was trying to read. Like, I remember like Cindy, something with Cindy and the receptionist, and Thank you, Shamika. Hey, Janie. No worries, no worries. Our next book is going to be The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. It comes highly recommended from Stacey A. Bear and Shamika. So I'm very happy about reading that one. I'm probably going to start reading it next week. And then the Frida McFadden book that we talked about before that Marta told us about, The Divorce, that's not going to be until May. So we'll probably have like 2 or 3 books in by then. If you want to read with me, if not, it's fine. Enjoy dinner, Brandy. Enjoy dinner. Yes. So Keisha said she felt like the ending where Hutch was really Cooper, that it fell off. It felt a little bit off for her. No, she wouldn't. Yeah, she drugged him. So by the time he got up, mm. Kristen, I did not even think of that. I did not even think of I did not even think of that, Kristen. It's possible. It's possible. She was a mess. She was a whole hot mess. Like, but I'm very interested in seeing how they're going to adapt this into the TV series. Like, they're gonna have to get. I can't wait to see who they get to play her. Like, how that's gonna go. Like, I'm really interested, and I want to know if she's gonna do like a sequel to this. Because there's some things that she can still like kind of clear up and stuff like that. Like, I think that she should do a sequel to it. Thanks for sharing, Davenport. It's called, the next book that we're going to read, it's called The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. And Geneva is with a J. Geneva's with a J. Geneva's with a J. Let me see if I can. I'm going to tell y'all what the cover looks like. So it has like a little bit of blood stretched on it. So it just says the perfect with perfect, a strike through imperfect divorce. No, did I download the right one? It's not The Perfect Marriage. I downloaded the wrong one, I think. I need The Perfect Marriage, right? Hold on. Oh no, I do have The Perfect Marriage. Hold on. I didn't realize that there was a perfect divorce. Okay, so I have The Perfect Marriage. That's what that one looks like. I'm listening to the audiobook for this one. But The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. And then, so I guess we're going to have to do The Perfect Marriage and then The Perfect Divorce. Shamika, did you read The Perfect Divorce? Because that just sounds like it's supposed to be together. So, excited about this. Yes. Yes. Awesome. Hey, Qualities. Hey, Rosalind. Yo, the wedding rings. That's it. Yep. The Perfect Marriage. It might be good. I think it's going to be really good. I'm excited to read this one. So, yeah, y'all, that's the book. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I didn't feel like it was as predictable as some of the other books. Now, we realized early on that Debbie was off her rockers. We knew that. But just the way that, and I really did think that Cooper was sleeping with Harley. I really thought that. I was just waiting to see what, reaction we were going to get from Debbie. So that's what I thought. Oh, Shamika said she read that one too. Good. All right, I'm gonna read it. So Shamika, it's a must read. Tell me if it's a must read. Awesome, Kristen. We are ready. Okay, Shay has the perfect. Oh, it's It's about to go down. I cannot wait. I might start listening to it tonight. I have some things that I need to finish up tonight before I wrap things up. And while Evie is live, I think I'm gonna put on my audiobook and just vibe out. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Awesome. Janie, I saw Miss Jazzy G said the same thing that it finally arrived. It finally arrived. I don't, maybe because I'm immune to scents. Y'all know, like, I have a lot going on, but this one isn't that. It's not, I don't smell it too much, but you can smell the, like, you get the UV print, like, you can ink, you can kind of like a soft nail shop, but I don't really smell it much. Don't have it where the sun can like shine on it. Like, don't put it underneath the window. If you do, make sure the curtains are drawn. Like, that's it. Just don't have it exposed to UV rays from the sun. Hi, Miss Diane. I use a few things. I have Kindle, but for lately I've just been getting my books through the book app on um on my iPhone. So I have a few different books, you know, book apps that I use, but I usually do the book lately I've been doing that. Now, as far as, hold on, let me see. My Barnes and Noble Nook, I have that option too. Like, I have books all over the place. But lately, just that book apps. Let me see on my phone. See, look, it's just the book apps right there. Don't pay attention to all my messages. Y'all know messages give me anxiety, so I don't be opening them. See? And then you get like whatever books you want. They have audio books, whatever kind of books you want to get, books you need to read, what if you want to read them. So if you have this on like your iPad, like you can switch back and forth to your iPad or your phone. Like when I'm reading a book, I use the iPad to read the book. But to be honest, I prefer, if I'm gonna read, sit down and read, I want the actual book. Like I want the actual book. But yeah. Yeah. So Mrs. JB gets her audiobooks from the library. So the library app is called, it used to be Overdrive when I did use it. Like I used to use Overdrive like years and years and years and years and years ago when Taylor was younger, and all you just needed to have was a library card. Well, you have now, it's called Libby. It's still Overdrive, but now it's called Libby, and you can check out books, but sometimes there's a waiting list. So and I think you still have to have your library card, but I think you can have multiple library cards to use it, so that way you can find it. Thank you, Miss Diane. Yeah, it's on the iPhone. That little books app's on the iPhone. Yep. Yeah, be careful, Janie. Then I would say open up a window, but don't open up the window near it. Don't open up. Oh, Mrs. JB got hers today too. Congratulations, Mrs. JB. That's awesome. See, y'all my people. We love to craft and make things. We love to read. Like, this is my place. This is my happy place. We like to do all the same things. Miss Sharon Davenport, oh, you use a Kindle. I have Kindle. I do. I like any place I can get the book. That's where I'm gonna get it from. I'm just gonna get it. Yeah. See, Dim says she loves Libby, and she also said that she has multiple cards, so multiple library cards on hers, so that she can, because what happens is that it's just like a library. You know, when you go, you're checking out the book, and then you have to turn it back in. Well, it's digital, but they only have a license for so many of the digital books. And so if you know they have 3 licenses and 3 people has it, you're going to go on the waiting list to be able to get it once it comes, once it's available. So it doesn't take that long. But sometimes if it's a popular book, like I remember when Dear Debbie was first out last month, there was an extensive waiting list. So I don't know how this one's going to be. Thank you, Jamie. Yep, see? Yeah, it's limited. It's limited. So thank you. So other people can read it. Yep. So Carrie said there's Hoopla too. I think, yeah, Shamika uses that too, I think. I haven't used Hoopla before, though. But thank you for sharing, Carrie. My dear Debbie comments. Wait, went way quicker. See, that was good. That was good. Kristen said it went way quicker. But there was a long waiting list. Hey, Renee. It was a long waiting list. All right, y'all. I gotta go make my Impossible Chicken Nuggets because I didn't get me anything to eat. So I'm just gonna eat Impossible Chicken Nuggets with. So there's this sugar-free honey mustard that I like. Is it Sweet Baby Ray's? It might be Sweet Baby Ray's or maybe Sweet Ray's. He has like a whole line of like sugar-free sauces, like sugar-free honey barbecue sauce, sugar-free regular barbecue sauce, sugar-free honey mustard, sugar-free chili sauce, like different things like that. And I love the sauces. I think that they taste really good. I'm not missing anything except the sugar, and I can't even tell that I'm missing the sugar with the honey mustard. So that's what I'm gonna have for dinner. Janie, not Janie with the X12 P3. Janie, isn't it huge? That thing is huge. You can literally sleep inside. It can be a bed. It is huge. It is huge, huge, huge. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they have sugar free. I only get the sugar free. Y'all know I've been trying to be on my sugar free thing for the past 2 years. Like this is sweet tea, but it's the sugar free sweet tea. This one's really good. Like I like this, the Gold Peak sugar free, zero sugar tea. It's really good. How many calories is this that I indulge in? It's 0 calories too. 25 milligrams of sodium, but it's 0 calories, zero sugar. So I drink like this. Y'all know I love sweet tea so much. Like, and I haven't had Dunkin' Donuts sweet tea. Now it's been way over a year. It's been almost 2 years since I've had Dunkin' Donuts sweet tea. Now I have had sweet tea. Like when I went to Bling Fest, that sweet tea at Bling Fest was really good. I had sweet tea when I went to Bling Fest. I can probably say all the times that I've had sweet tea. In the past 2 years. But I've been doing like zero sugar, and that really has helped me the most. Like a lot of people ask me like how'd you lose weight? Well, one, I cut out sweet tea. I was drinking maybe 2 to 3 things of sweet tea a day with sugar, like the actual sweet tea per day. That was just in beverages, not in my food. So the calories was crazy, and me cutting out that sugar, that made a big difference. And I literally did it cold turkey, like cutting out the tea, the sweet tea. So I try not to indulge in sugar too much because I don't want it to kind of like push me back into wanting it, because I really think that that was an addiction. Like always like craving sugar, I definitely think it's an addiction. Like I wouldn't eat bad, but like sugar, that sweet tea, I had to have it. Y'all know that. Y'all know that I had to have my sweet tea. So this does the job. And so for sauces, I'm a person who likes a lot of sauce on everything. So of course, when I'm getting extra sauce here or there for this, all that sugar adds up too. So I just buy the Sweet Baby Ray's sugar-free sauces, and that has been working wonderfully for me. I overly enjoy them. I love them. So that works. It works out good. It's so big. It's so good. It's so good. Even the zero sugar is really good. The zero sugar sweet tea is really good. Hey, Laura. Happy Sunday. Miss Sharon Davenport said it's been over 2 years since I've had a soda and I was drinking almost a 12 pack. Listen, Miss Sharon Davenport, it's hard. It's hard to break those habits. It's hard to break those habits. It's hard. Like I try to stay away from sugar as much as possible. Now, will I have like something sweet sometimes? I will. Like I went to brunch last week with my friend Sid, and I ordered like they have like this flourless brownie with a little bit of ice cream. I ordered it and I got me a little piece and ate that and I was fine with that. Like, but I try to limit it a lot. I cut it out mostly, but I will have something that's sweet here or there. But cutting out that soda, we sound Terrell. Terrell is addicted to like Diet Coke, but he hasn't had Diet Coke in a while, in a like some months. So he's been trying to work on a like he's been trying to do a health thing, like he's doing a health challenge. And so I told him that I will do the health challenge with him, but he says I don't need to do the health challenge with him because I don't need to lose any more weight. But I do want to lose 10 more pounds. So do y'all want to do a health challenge with me? Let me know if y'all want to do a health challenge with me. I want to lose 10 more pounds, and lately I've just been kind of like maintaining. Like I'm not gaining weight, I'm not necessarily losing weight, but I'm definitely not gaining weight. Like I kind of fluctuate, like within like a 3 pound. Like one day I'm this weight, the next day I'm that. Like but it just stays in that same range. But I do want to lose 10 more pounds. Let me know if y'all up for a health challenge. Let me know. Because Terrell's he's supposed to be doing one. He fails every other day, but I can tell him just keep going. Like you gonna fall, get back up the next day. Like that's the whole thing. And it was a Chinese New Year last week. He was just, yeah, he didn't do well, but it's getting better. He's getting better, I think. It's been 2 years since I've made changes. It's been 2 years, a little bit over 2 years actually, a little bit over 2 years that it's been. Like it's taken. It's not easy, but by like now I'm just so used to everything. Like chips, I don't want to get any other chips. Now Terrell did bring me some chips the other day, some of my favorite chips. We call them the jailhouse chips. He bought me some of those chips to work, and I'm like, I'm not eating these chips. He was like, you need to eat something else. Like you always eat whatever, but I did eat them. They were good, but I did not miss them. Like I didn't miss them. Like I'll eat these. Sometimes I can eat the whole bag and be good, or sometimes I'll just eat part of it. And I increase my protein intake. So I try to make sure I eat things, with protein in it. And then I also try to stay under my calorie intake. I had been doing like calorie deficit, and that had been working, but now it's like I don't think it's working anymore. But I was staying under 1,600 calories a day. And sometimes I didn't even make it past 1,200 calories, but I was trying to stay under 1,600 calories a day. But now I don't even think that even works anymore. I don't know. There's a garlic parmesan sauce in that sugar-free brand also, but I haven't tried it. I love garlic parmesan too. I can have some garlic parmesan shrimp, garlic parmesan cauliflower. That sounds good. I haven't tried the garlic parmesan sugar-free one. I'm going to have to get that. And Marilyn, I saw that you got your Sola. You told me. Let me know what you think. So I started a bad habit like a few months ago. So y'all know I don't drink my sweet tea, but I will have me cafe con leche, right? I try not to do cafe con leche every day, but once in a while, like maybe once or twice a week, I'll stop by Dunkin' and get me a little small cafe con leche, and love it. It's nice and creamy. It's very good. But I started getting me, before in the morning, what I would have for breakfast, I would make me two eggs, sometimes boiled or sometimes scrambled. I have these protein French toast sticks from Kodiak. I would do the protein French toast sticks, and then I will also do me a Beyond sausage patty, right? Like, so one of the Beyond sausage breakfast patties, I would do that. Morningstar has some maple breakfast sausage patties, fake sausage, fake, y'all know it's fake meat. Patties, that's really good too. So that's usually what my breakfast would be. Well, going into Dunkin', I started adding me an everything bagel toasted with butter in the morning. Now I'm getting an everything bagel toasted, and I'm like, you cannot do that. So once I realized, like, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make my eggs and my protein breakfast. I'm just gonna stop and get me a bagel when I get my coffee. So now I'm going more than I need to go. So then I had to talk with myself one morning after leaving out of the drive-through, and I'm like, this is gonna be your last day going through this drive-through, getting this bagel. You can get your coffee, but you cannot get that bagel. So I started getting these protein bagels. Arroyo has protein bagels, but then Sola, I tried the Sola SOLA protein bagels, and they're so good. They have the cinnamon raisin is really good. They have cinnamon raisin. That's what I get from Sola. The Roya has cinnamon, and then they also have the everything bagel. But I prefer the Sola. It's so good. So Marilyn, let me know what it tastes like if you like it. Let me know. Elba, thank God, that's so good. God is good, Elba. God is good. God is good. Mrs. JB, that's how I was too. But like, I didn't eat much. But it was what I was eating. Like, I was drinking like 2,000 calories in addition to my food. Like, I was just doing bad. Like, and I never ate a lot. So now, like, I don't eat a lot still, but like, I'm more cautious of what I eat and in intake. So yeah, I like food. I like watermelon. I've been doing a lot of watermelon too. A lot of watermelon. Thank you, Brandy. Oh well, let's do this challenge because I got 10 pounds to lose. Terrell won't let me do the challenge with him. He don't want me to do the challenge with him. So it's like he thinks that I've gone kind of crazy. That's really what he thinks. He thinks I've gone kind of a little bit off, but I'm gonna invite him to our challenge. It's that Sweet Baby Ray's. Yeah, it's sugar free. Good. Thank you, Denzel. Which brand? Okay, which brand Quest chips do you love? So this is probably one of my favorites, the chili lime. It's upside down, but this is the chili lime. I love the chili lime flavor. I was gonna turn it around. I also love the nachos, like the Doritos looking ones. I love those. They have like the nacho flavor ones. I love those. I also love the sweet chili. I love the sweet chili. Now they have one that's a taco one. I don't love it, but it works with some things. So like sometimes I'll make me a dip with Beyond Meat, and then like with some cheese and stuff like that, like a little taco dip. I'll make that. Those go really good with that. And my chili lime goes good with it too. But I love them. Those prime bites that I got, I think I told you guys. Did I tell you? No, I don't think I told you guys about it. So Five Below has like their snack section. Y'all know that. So they have a protein area, like a rack with protein snacks. And so they have like these protein bars, brownies, and it was actually pretty good. They have like this Dubai chocolate protein brownie, and that was really good. But I still think that they had some added sugars in it, and I was like, but it's 19 grams of protein. So I just took like 2 bites, and then I waited. I didn't eat it all in one setting, but it was good. Yo, let's do it. So Janie, I do. So for those of you who don't know, I took up kickboxing. And so maybe like a few months ago, my gym closed down on me for kickboxing. So I'm not happy about that. I need to find me another kickboxing gym to go to. But the problem with me, it takes me a while to get comfortable, like doing it, like going somewhere with people I don't know. Like it takes me a while to really get comfortable doing it. So I do love, kickboxing. I had a wonderful time, doing it and stuff. So all I do now is do my Peloton. So all I've been doing is my Peloton. I don't like to walk. I don't like to go to the park and walk. I don't want to be outside swatting mosquitoes. Like I don't want to do that. So I prefer, to exercise indoors. Even though like in my dreams I'm like a runner. In my dreams though, I'm a runner. Yeah, I love the nacho cheese ones too. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out maybe more protein. Maybe more protein. So, and I never cut out carbs. Like, a lot of people cut out carbs. I do monitor, them, but I didn't cut them out. I still have, a little bit here or there. Not overdo it. Hard to eat. Which diet? The point diet? Mm. I have this app on my phone. I usually log my food, and I didn't eat much today, so I didn't log nothing. But it's called My Fitness Pal. Oh, let me show you what it looks like. So it's called My Fitness Pal, and so you can literally log in what you eat. So almost everything out there, any food, it has like the nutritional data in this software for everything. So like let's say if I went to Carrot Express and I got me the salmon Buddha bowl, right? I'll just type in here like log my food. I would say I would do the salmon Buddha bowl or just go to Carrot Express. And because I eat that, like it's already there, so it'll show you there. You log it, it already tells you that the salmon Buddha bowl. The last time I ate it, like I usually um, section it off. So like I'll do like it's because it's a big bowl and it has like you can do brown rice, you can do salmon. It has edamame, it has cabbage, corn, like stuff like that, and it with salmon. So the last time I got it, like I usually split it up. It's 149 calories with if I split it up in fours. So 149 calories and then it logs my calorie intake for me. But it does that with anything I eat. Like everything I eat, like I'm able to log it. So that's kind of helpful too to keep me within the caloric range that I want to be in. Yeah. Shamika, you can do it. When's the cruise? At the end of the month? Is it at the if it's at the end of the month, you could do it, girl. You could do it. Hey, Jess. Yeah, not today. I didn't see Miss Evelyn Warner today. Yesterday, yesterday she was in the chat. Yesterday, I believe. I believe she was in the chat yesterday on Marilyn's channel, but I didn't see her today, Jess. I didn't see her today. Okay, y'all saw her. Yes, they are going out of business. Hey, Miss Sandra, we talked a little bit about it earlier, and that just just say a prayer for all those workers there. They had a lot of people who worked there with them for years and years and years and years and years. E-Transfer Warehouse was one of the first companies that I collabed with. They came right after Cricket, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. I learned a lot from them. A lot of the different collaborations that you see, those all happened, transpired because Heat Transfer Warehouse brought a lot of us together and they put us in the same rooms with a lot of these corporations. That's how a lot of people have relationships with Caesar, with all these big, that's because Heat Transfer Warehouse really did, try to bridge a gap and I'm really sad to see them closing. Maybe they'll be going to do something else in the future. Maybe pivoting because the market has changed. The market has changed a lot, and so maybe they're using this opportunity to kind of pivot. But I've only had really good experiences with them. So, oh, she was headed to today. Just oh, we haven't seen her since. I haven't seen her. You got the blueberry. Let me know how the blueberries taste. I haven't tried the blueberry yet, Mirror Bear. I've only done the raisin, the cinnamon raisin sola. And I can't wait for them to have an everything bagel one. So because of that, because of my Dunkin' thing, I just started getting the sola bagels. I started getting the sola or the royal. It's just better. It's just better. Oh, Renee said the blueberry sola bagels are good. Marilyn, you gonna be in for a treat, girlfriend? Now I'm gonna have to taste the blueberry ones. I'm gonna have to taste the blueberry ones. Good. The 4 ingredient bagels. What's the 4 ingredient bagels? I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to. If we're gonna be going, if we're gonna try to do a health challenge, we're not gonna try to do it. We're gonna do it. I need to find some other things. 4 ingredient bagels. And I have my everything bagel. You make it with cottage cheese? Oh, I don't like cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. Oh, 4 ingredients bagels, no yogurt. But I bet you it's gonna be. Oh, you can make it in the air fryer? Okay, so y'all, the one that I see, Renee, this one has 4 ingredient bagels without yogurt. So you use a traditional yeast-based dough. So it's gonna be some bread flour, dry yeast. Well, that's not 4 ingredients, that's 5. Sugar or honey, salt, and warm water. I guess. Oh no, that's just. Oh, then they have cottage cheese bagels. I can't do cottage cheese bagels at all. I can't. Ugh. Have you guys ever seen like there's a content creator and she eats everything with like cottage cheese. Like she'll have like a little board of all of her food, and she has like a lump of cottage cheese right in the center, and she's just going away. And she does it with mustard too. Sometimes she has cottage cheese and mustard. I don't know if you guys have seen her before. The things that come up on my feed, y'all, it's yeah, yeah. Miss Sharon Davenport. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. Congratulations, Miss Sharon Davenport. Congratulations. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. These past 2 years for me have been like I've just been determined. I just want to be healthier. I feel better. My bones feel better. My body feels better. The only thing that's not like I thought I would be sleeping better, but I don't sleep better. It's the same type of sleeping situation, but I'm grateful. Michelle, you don't like the chili lime? It's a little spicy. Like some of them get like a little bit spicy. Have you tasted the sweet chili? It's in a purple bag. Let me know. Y'all losing weight. Miss Sharon Davenport is down 40 pounds. Mira Bear is down 8 pounds, and she's trying to lose 20 more. Yes, 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 yes. That is awesome. Yep, that's the purple kangaroo. That's the purple kangaroo. I don't think it's gonna affect Caesar. To be quite honest, I haven't really seen Caesar doing too much work with Heat Transfer Warehouse in like the past year and a half or so. So Caesar is going to be independent. Remember, Caesar's main goal is they're putting their vinyl in different, at different retailers, right? So if you have the license to carry their vinyl, they're putting it everywhere. So there's so many other companies, 143 Vinyl selling Caesar, but I saw 143 Vinyl maybe kind of shifting or pivoting too. I did see that. But there's so many other companies. You got Atlanta Vinyl that's doing still, providing vinyl and things like that. But a lot of these companies had to make a shift. And I think what happened is that with DTF, everybody kind of, they were against it so much, and they didn't embrace it. And then by the time like they started embracing it too late, like they weren't one of the first people, on the whole DTF or UV or this or that. They weren't. But one thing that Alan said in his live, and if you not his live, in his video, if you guys get a chance, go back and watch it. What is a little bit like, okay, what they were doing is that Heat Transfer Warehouse did start making finished goods. So they were providing, shirts already done to people, which kind of, your customer base, that's what they're doing. But now you're also doing it too. So, and I get it that, you have to try to make some money. And they were trying to just find ways to stay afloat, trying to stay open, right? But you have a lot of these companies doing it, because y'all look at Jiffy shirts. So I have a friend of mine who needed some shirts, and I can't do things for everybody. Like I don't have the time, and a lot of time, like I just don't want to, because I prefer to be doing some stuff that's that's for me and my business. It puts me behind when people call and ask me to do things, and then I have to stop what I'm doing to do theirs. So I have a friend of mine. She's having a charity event for her organization, and so she needed 100 shirts, right? Okay. Well, of course, she thought that I was going to make the 100 shirts, or she asked me if I would do it. I did the design for her. So I helped her with the design. I made the design, which designing does take a lot of time, but it don't take as much time as doing the shirts. So I made the design for her or whatever. So she was like, okay, I need 100 shirts. You're going to do the shirts for me, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, let's put that on Jiffy. So Jiffy, for those 100 shirts, I did it. I ordered the shirts on Jiffy. I ordered the transfers on Jiffy, but Jiffy's also going to press the shirts. So they're going to do the shirts, and they're also going to press the shirts, and we're going to get finished shirts. So for 100 shirts, that was $832 for 100 shirts. 1,000% worth it. 1,000% worth it. For those 100, it was $832 for those shirts. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. So, but still, imagine now Jiffy shirts, they're selling shirts to us, for us to be able to sell it, and they're selling the transfers. But now we can kind of be eliminated. If somebody gets their own file, and the way things are now, you can go on ChatGPT, go on Gemini, and they'll create a design for you. They'll create the design for you. So, yeah, that's one thing. Like now they're coming after the business of like small businesses or their customers. So now you're in competition with the people who are providing the blanks to you. Just a lot. The apple, I haven't tried that before. The apple pie bars, they have like these small like little cookies that they're soft. Those aren't bad, but yeah. Yes, there's Caesar's a bit, yeah. And Caesar's a national brand. It's a national company, but that's something. Remember Caesar, who's their market, their product was vinyl, right? So luckily they have some specialty vinyl that people still like, like the Flock, you got the Brick, you got their glitter, right? But they also, got into the world of DTF and things like that. So, yeah. Only in my dreams, Kristen. Only in my dreams. Yes. The 20 seconds. We got time. Got time. Up Designs. I love my Fitness Pal. It keeps me on track. She was here earlier, Dempsey Boo. Did I miss her? Okay, she makes C Mills. C Mills says she sees her in the chat. Awesome. I'm so far behind y'all. Let me go on about my business. Let me go on about my business. Y'all, it has been fun. Oh, congratulations, Brandy. Brandy says she's down 10 pounds. That is awesome. Congratulations. You like all day shirts? Nice. Yeah, I can't either. I can't either. But I'm also not a yoga person. $8 is not bad. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. For a custom t-shirt, they're pressing it. Think about it. You don't have to press it. You don't have to do any of the work. They're doing all of the work for you. And just think about it, like anybody who's trying to start a brand or anything like that. You don't want to press the shirts. You can just get them to do it. They send it to you for $8 a shirt. You sell that for $15, $20. You can make your money back. You're gonna make not even your money back. You're gonna make a nice profit. So, not bad at all. Thank you, Alba. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to go so I could go and get my Impossible chicken nuggets, and I'll probably gonna eat some applesauce with it. And it's sugar-free applesauce. Now, that's one thing I will indulge in. I have sugar-free applesauce. I have like the sugar-free Jello with like the fruit chunks in it. But I will get me regular applesauce, the one with sugar in it. I love applesauce. I love applesauce so much. So I will I'll indulge in like some applesauce with some real sugar in it. Thank you, Marta. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Evie's going to be on in less than 10 minutes. So make sure y'all head over to the baby's booty. I'm going to start. I did not intend on staying on here for 2 hours, but I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Thank you for being here with me and hanging out, talking about our book. Don't forget the next book is going to be The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Can't wait for that. Yeah. So I'll give y'all know, like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, we'll talk about the book. We don't have to talk about it right now. Kristen said no sugar added is her favorite for applesauce. Later, Janie. Girl, I like it. It's good, but Kristen, I'm like my applesauce sometimes just needs to be a little bit sweet. So occasionally I'll pull out the one with the sugar in it. I will. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for being here. Probably the texture for applesauce too. Like I can't do yogurt, I can't do cottage cheese, but applesauce, I could do applesauce. Aw, thanks, Shanika. All right, y'all. It's been fun. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful week. And I should be on Tuesday. If you're a member tomorrow, we're gonna hop on for a little members live tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, what we're gonna do yet, but we will hop on tomorrow for a members live tomorrow on craftable themes. And I'm just like trying to plan some things out. I do have a newsletter, so if you're signed up to the Craftable Things newsletter, a newsletter is coming out maybe later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. And there's going to be a link to a file. It just says a lucky bling file if you're interested in it, but it will be attached to the newsletter. So if you do have the newsletter, you'll get it. I love you guys so much. It has been wonderful. I love starting my weeks off with y'all. I do. All right, y'all. Later.